Bill, thanks. Like a fire incident, the crews are actually camping at that site and they'll be there for the next 3 days. Now to our continuing coverage, the family of Gannon Stauch spoke to our News 5's Ashley Portillo today after his stepmother, Letecia, found guilty yesterday of his brutal murder. She was sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Ashley's been covering that trial for us every day. She's in studio with more about how they are reacting a day after the verdict and the sentence. Ashley?
Rob, it was tears of joy, excitement, relief, and now the opportunity to finally heal. That's exactly how Gannon Stauch's parents are describing today. They said the biggest weight of their lives has finally been lifted off of their shoulders. Justice has finally been served for Gannon Stauch and his family.
But to hear it was words that I've been waiting for 3 years, dreading years. So it was relieving.
I think today the dust hasn't really settled yet, but we're just trying to relax.
Al Stauch wants to focus on the good memories of Gannon. He said he'll never move on, but he can finally move forward and begin healing.
He would want us to be happy, to get along, for me and his mom to have a good relationship as far as the kids go. And that's what we're going to do. And that's the best way we can honor him, Ashley.
Al added the past 3 years has been filled with so much anger, pain, and emotion. His son did nothing wrong.
But to take the life of an innocent little boy, and I'll repeat it again, I think his only crime was that he loved his mom more than his stepmom, and that kind of sums it up.
When asked what one of the most impactful parts of the trial was, Al said it was when Judge Gregory Warner said the facts in this case are some of the most horrific he's ever seen.
That hit me at the core. I mean, yeah, it's my son, and for me, the loss, I can't explain how great the loss is.
Gannon's mom, Landon Bullard, said she can finally breathe. During her victim impact statement yesterday, she wanted to remind Letecia of all the love she had before Gannon's death.
It is a form of guilt, in a sense. It's like, what else could I have given? She had it all, and she took it all. So, but she is not going to get a sick form of victory. And we're going to keep going on, and we're going to stay strong, Lena and Nova.
Landon said the not guilty by reason of insanity plea was calculated. She also spoke about a video that was played a handful of times during trial. That video taken by Letecia one day before Gannon's disappearance. In the video, you can hear Gannon saying, "I'm just worried about my burns."
You had no business making that video, none. Knowing what you are going to do, it's already planned. Had no business making that video of my son crying. You can hear the fear and love still in his voice, begging.
And Landon also said Letecia was very calculated and manipulative, but she did not fool anybody. That's exactly what she said. Al also said Gannon was, of course, a very loving child. He loved his family. He loved his siblings. He says he'll always remember Gannon as a boy with a huge heart, joyful, and always telling all of those silly jokes that he told all the time.
Boy, it is a tough time, but they are trying to move on and heal. Now, one of the things that was striking as we were watching those victim statements yesterday, Diane and I, seeing the emotion in that courtroom from the mom and the dad. We saw the judge wiping away tears. Obviously, those statements and just this whole horrific crime touched people so deeply. But the one key was Letecia never seemed to show any kind of emotion at all. Was that consistent with her during the course of the trial? You were there every day.
Yeah, I was there every day, and really throughout the entire trial, Letecia Stauch didn't have many emotions at times. She was just facing forward. Often her head was down. You heard no emotional crying yesterday, and really everyone in the courtroom yesterday, you saw them crying. We heard all of the gasps, Rob, from the back of the courtroom. You mentioned the judge at one point had to wipe away tears. District Attorney Michael Allen had to wipe away tears. Everybody was embracing one another, and I sat, right behind Letecia Stauch. Not once did we see any remorse, any emotion, nothing. We also know the judge did ask her, do you have any words for the family? Do you want to say anything?
Right.
Letecia said no.
Right. She just wanted to ask for some specific prison to be sent to, and the judge said, well, I don't have that authority to do that. The DOC said that. But yeah, it seemed like the only emotion we saw during the whole trial from her was when she was flipping off people surreptitiously during the courtroom early on, and the judge admonished her for that. But anyway, sociopath, put her away for life.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Great job covering that trial. After Stauch was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life in prison, a rainbow actually appeared outside, and you posted that photo. It was very impressive and stimulating for everybody. There's your tweet.
Yeah, this is a photo that I was able to take actually yesterday after the live shots as that verdict and sentence came in. This is probably about 6:20 or 6:30 or so. You can see just a few photos of that rainbow. These photos are actually from other people here in the community who took these. And I think what I said too is perhaps maybe this is a sign from Gannon to his loved ones right now. Just take a look at all of that incredible video coming in. And you know what, Rob, I did ask Al and Landon about this. I said, hey, do you believe in signs? And they said, we've been getting signs all along during this trial. The one sign they said they have gotten from God is when that bridge inspector was able to find that suitcase with Gannon's body under the bridge after that. He said, had that never have happened, we may not have been in that courtroom for the past 5 or 6 weeks.
Things did turn out. As tragic as this is, a little bit of justice. Now the healing begins.
Yeah.
Great job, Ashley. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Mike?